everyone. Welcome to the Daily Trucker Feature Friday. I'm Isela Rios, and today we're checking out a cool little spot conveniently placed for truckers right off the highway, where you can enjoy a great meal and some rockin' music. So let's go to True Frogs in Ardmore, Oklahoma. How's it going, everyone? Isela here with the Truck Boss Show. Well, you already know I'm a food lover, but today we're here at True Frogs with our friend Aubry, but we're not going to be talking about food. We're going to be talking about entertainment. Obviously, restaurant, but I see you have a stage. So you have concerts, you rock out here, or what's the deal?
We rock out. We rock out. We've been rocking out since 1997. We didn't originally do music. I started out with just getting the basics together, and that was 1993, and that's when my wife and I got together and we, started doing new things. And, just me being a musician, playing guitar and singing, my whole life since I was a little kid. I love playing, I love music, I love live music, but the only way I could keep it in my life, and I thought, well, when I was in college, I used to book the bands at our fraternity house. So all through the 4 years I was at Oklahoma State, I would book the bands, and then I was the kitchen manager. So the weird thing is, I just kept music in my life by booking bands, and I would jam with the band I booked, and it was kind of fun. But whenever we came, once True Frogs was underway, I was like, man, I'd love to have a band in here. When the first band we ever booked was Tommy Castro, and Tommy Castro was at a blues band. A friend of mine brought him to town. I fell in love with the music, and it was killer. It was great, so we booked him. And then we waited a little while and we moved to Ardmore. I decided I would try to do bands in here. And we started small for the first couple of years. And we'd do a band to the point where I decided to put a stage in there. And I was really, really wanting to see 38 Special. I'd never seen them live before. And this is 2001. A friend of mine out of Oklahoma City named Terry Harvey, he kind of helped me start what I was doing. He was like, oh, this is what you got to do. And he gave me a sheet and said, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. And then he said, gave me some contacts, and he kind of introduced me to how I'd book a 38 Special. And I did, man. I rolled the dice, put it together, and it was our first show. And then from there, it just kind of took off,
Seen the guitars that you have that are autographed. Now, is that some of the folks that have been here?
Many of the guitars, most of the guitars are people that have played for us. We've only had a few guitars. Like Blake and Miranda had dinner here one night when they were together, and they signed one for me, because Blake used to come in and eat by himself, and once they got together, they came in together. And then Lyle Lovett used to come in here a lot in October because of a horse show, and he and I become kind of friends over the years, and he signed one for me. And we bought the Aussie because we thought it was cool. And we put them all up before we really, really started doing a lot of shows. Now we have guitars from everybody, but most of the guitars we have, like Willie, Merle, Nugent, Doobie Brothers Up, Skinner Up, Rick Springfield, Brett Michaels, all those guitars, Cross Canadian Ragweed, Joe Bonamassa, they've all played here. And then you look to the ones we have at the house. I mean, there's so many. We've got them. We got a lot of guitars.
You still have some more. So is that the same also for your pictures? Because I see that a lot of them are autographed and stuff.
Yes, those pictures, a lot of them are people that have played here, and a lot of them are just nostalgic pictures. Carl Dunn, the photographer, he was a really famous 60s, 70s photographer who did all these bands. So his work is pretty well known across the world. And so he takes pictures of our shows, and we put some stuff up on the walls just to give it some more nostalgia. We have a lot of them at home too. We've only had 1 or 2 shows this year. One was earlier, and we just did Casey Donahue, and we have Travis Tritt coming up with Stunning LaRue here in next week.
I like Stunning LaRue.
Yeah, he's great. Oklahoma City boy.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to be opening. So we're happy to say that many of these Grammy winners have eaten our food. They played for us. We've become friends. And once again, the networking and the fun of it is, we do after parties after almost every single show. So there's always a party, then another party, then the party never ends. But we've had Brett Michaels play in here. It's a $100 ticket, but it was fun,
Right.
Just a little painful to get it done, because putting that many, 200 people in a room that really shouldn't have 200 people for a concert with a guy that should be on a big stage, right?
Right.
But it was fun when it was fun,
Is it something more like of a hometown feel for the crowd and the artist? Do they get to kind of hang out with them a little bit?
We always hang out. I mean, the more famous they are, generally they have their routine as well. And many of them have been over here to eat. Whenever Skinner was here, the whole band came over here to eat. So we have all these people that come in here, And you never know who's gonna pop in, you know, or who's gonna come over here. But
So it's not something that, hey, they're gonna pop in to come and eat and then you shut the restaurant down because the artist is here. It's more like if, you know, let's say I'm sitting here eating and someone comes in and it's a famous person. Obviously, I don't think I'm gonna run up, you know.
Well, I mean, honestly speaking, some of them don't care. Like Billy Bob Thornton, he ate right in the middle of the restaurant and nobody bothered him.
Some cool entertainment, but for you folks who happen to be coming through Ardmore, Oklahoma, I highly suggest you come check it out. And you never know who you're gonna see while you're in here, you know, grabbing a bite. So don't be surprised if you see somebody famous, right?
That's right, absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today on the show, and we hope you really enjoy it. And of course, being a food lover myself, I can say that if you happen to be in the area, you should give them a visit. You will not be disappointed. You can catch a new Feature Friday right here on the Daily Trucker, and make sure to tune in on Mondays for the news you need. So have a good trekking weekend, everybody.